Andy No, senior editor with the Post-Millennial and author of the best-selling book, Unmasked, Inside Antifa's Radical Plan to Destroy Democracy. And you can find him and his Substack at ngocomment.com, or at Substack. So, Andy, a lot of people are trying to say Antifa is not a real thing. It doesn't exist. I think you disagree.
Well, I disagree because I've been a victim of their violence several times, and I was nearly killed. I documented in my reporting many of their other victims, people who have been killed, and a number of their terrorist attacks. I'll highlight a few of them because the mainstream media didn't and doesn't. In 2019, there was an Antifa gunman named Willem van Spransen, who was part of a far-left militia organization very similar to the Socialist Rifle Association, John Brown Gun Club. And he learned to make a homemade rifle, and he made homemade explosives. And he went to the Tacoma ice facility in Washington State and threw the explosive devices and started firing at the building and tried to blow up the propane tank, a really large one, and he died in the attack. Before he died, he sent out a manifesto. You know what was towards the end of the manifesto? The lyrics of Bella Ciao. The same words referenced in one of the rifle cartridges used in the Charlie Kirk assassination.
I mean, it's crazy for anybody to deny this, but the leftist media is doing absolutely everything they can. I mean, this was like their boy. This was their mechanism for enforcing what they called democracy for the last, during Trump's first term. And even, they were excusing it. Kamala Harris bailed these people out of jail. NPR saying there's no such thing as these guys as a domestic terror group. I mean, these people are insane. They're burning down courthouses, Andy.
They burnt down courthouses. They've shot and killed people. In 2020 in Portland, during the riots, there was an Antifa gunman who also had a manifesto declaring himself as such, who assassinated a Trump supporter, Aaron Danielson. That also got no attention. So there's a history, a trail of bodies and people who have been maimed and injured. And so for those who say Antifa don't exist, I'd say go to Rose City Antifa's website and look on their Q&A website section where they describe how you can become a member, reach out, and they refer to themselves as an organization. And it's not just Portland that has Rose City Antifa. There are multiple chapters all across the United States.
But also, they put out, and you tweeted this out, your Twitter account. If people aren't following you, they need to follow you on Twitter. You posted an actual board game that they disseminate.
That's right. So this is from the French Antifa, and Antifa International are directing potential recruits if they're in France or Europe to reach out to that particular group. And I got a hold of that propaganda game a few years ago. And when you look on the surface, it looks like it's made for kids, and which is intentional. The propaganda is aimed at youths. But you play as these different characters, and you enact violence against the enemies of Antifa. And it looks a little bit innocent until you look a little closer, and one of them has a butcher knife. And then some of these other ones, like this one with the camera, not so innocent, actually. The point of the person who takes the pictures is to identify people and take pictures of their families and their homes and release the addresses online so that somebody, like one with the butcher knife, will show up.
This is the type of thing, it's just gone too far at this point. But Andy, your reporting on this has been phenomenal. Where do people go to follow more about this stuff? Because you've been all over it.
NoComment.com.
NoComment.com. NGOcomment.com. All right, Andy, we appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.